Well, it's another day in the ag marketplace. A little bit cooler today, but that should not impede planting progress as things continue to make progress across the country. Taking a look at the daily market summary, and I'm with Jason Meyer of agmarket.net. Jason, what do we see going on in the grain markets today?
Another nice day for the corn and the wheat markets here. Wheat, both Kansas City and Chicago, were up over 25 cents today, just on ideas that the Kansas City wheat crop, especially out west, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Colorado, is really deteriorating by the day as they continue to miss the moisture. Then we had crude oil was up pretty good here this morning. So that helped lead to a strong rally as well. And beans kind of traded both sides today. New crop beans were up, while old crop was a little bit lower, but beans were well off the lows here today, and it's starting to feel like the new crop grain. So the December 26 futures and Nov 26 futures are maybe starting to price the idea that fertilizer prices are going to remain high for the fall 27 crop. So we want to make sure the market is trying to make sure as many acres of both corn and beans can get planted this year, just in case we have a supply issue a year or two down the road from right now.
And then I know just with this planting progress that we've seen so far, we were talking this morning on our show, Iowa Ag Matters, about how the progress is honestly okay for historical averages, but compared to last year, we're just, behind being super early. So it feels like those concerns that we have are maybe just a little bit of a maybe tempering our expectations from how excellent and fast things went last year.
Yeah, and you look at planning progress that was released on Monday. We're a little bit ahead of last year. Overall in the nation now, Iowa, we might be a little bit behind, but really there's no reason to get too excited one way or the other that planning progress is slowed down here. And then you look at the forecast for the next 10 days across the Midwest. Yeah, it's going to be cool this week, but moisture is getting out of the systems here and the weather forecast and some decent temperatures. So a lot of farmers are ready to roll once conditions allow for it.
And then over on the livestock side of things, Jason, what do we see in the cattle and hogs today?
The cattle market just continues to keep climbing higher. The live cattle made all-time new contract highs today. Feeder cattle had a nice move to the upside. And the biggest thing on the cattle, the cold storage stocks were the lowest in the last 12 years for the month of March. And then hogs, they just cannot get a bid, even though seasonals are pointing to higher prices. But hogs are just down a little bit today, and very, very negative when you look at the strength that we saw in the cattle complex.
All right, Jason, lots of great information today. For anybody who would like to get in touch for more marketing information, how can they do that?
The best way is to go to our website, agmarket.net. Then you can click on my profile or any of my other teammates' profiles, and that'll have our number, and you can reach out to us and be more than happy to speak with you.
All right, Jason, thanks again for your time as always, and we'll talk again soon.
Sounds good, Riley. Everybody stay warm out there.